What's going on, everybody? It doesn't appear to be Sunday. It appears to be Monday. Michael Conforto's getting base hits in Philly. Guys, welcome to THS Wrestling. We are going to be previewing the entire week of WrestleMania week. I'm already exhausted, and I haven't watched 1 second of wrestling because it hasn't happened yet. We thank everybody who's actually watching us while Monday Night Raw is going on. I know I tell you guys you don't have to watch Monday Night Raw, so I appreciate you being here. Neeson is watching Monday Night Raw.
Cedric has MVP hemmed up, by the way, right now, guys.
Oh, my goodness. I've got baseball on. Baseball's back in full swing. I am very excited. As I said, my name is John. This is Neeson. We're going to have a bunch of, and by a bunch, so far, 2 people hopping on here in a couple of seconds here. We are live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And before we get into it, guys, deathwishcoffee.com. Use the promo code #show at checkout for 10% off your coffee purchases. I am living off Death Wish coffee right now. That is how I am. As you may be seeing, there's an ear popping in and out of frame. That is my dog. I'm very tired, up with her most of the night, and Death Wish coffee definitely helps me get through the day. Ken, what's going on? Matthew, what's going on? Guys, this is all about Mania week. We are not going to talk about anything else. Maybe we'll see. I will just say off the top of the show, I wish we had time to talk about AEW, because AEW put on probably one of their best shows ever. And you can go watch Instagram video that I put up where I tried to talk about it in 30 seconds or less. But Neeson, how are you? I feel like I have just been talking for 5 minutes straight.
Oh, I'm great. This is my reaction to the week that has been of wrestling, mainly because, we share a group chat, and the new IGWP heavyweight champion. Did I say I said it right. IWGP. See, I didn't say it. I said it wrong. But the new champion. And that's my reaction to just the week that has been and the week that we're going into of professional wrestling. There's a lot to look forward to. There's a lot to be had. And yeah.
And I mean, we might get to talk about old William O'Shea at the end of the show. We'll see.
Ice Cube's other son?
Yes, if we have enough time. I feel like he doesn't even warrant any more of my thoughts, but that's me. But let's bring in our third for now. We might have a fourth going on here. Please welcome to the stream, the Jimmy V. Jimmy, what's going on, my friend?
Not much, guys. It's WrestleMania week. Who would have thought that after last year of experiencing it via Zoom with friends because of COVID, now we're experiencing it live, so to speak, with an actual audience.
Yes. And also, Jimmy is my National League East compadre. Do you have the game on right now? You guys are looking listen, I'm not much of a shit talker. I'm just going to say, for the season so far, you guys have looked pretty good. That's all.
I mean, it's early in the season, but as any Philadelphia fan could tell you, this is the part where we get our hopes up, but you try to push away the doubt, but then the doubt creeps in, and then doubt becomes reality. So
yeah, I mean, I think, it's 162. We're good this year. Last year was felt a little more like football, where every game counted a lot more. Not to say that every game doesn't count, but anyway.
It doesn't. It's a lot of games, guys.
It's a lot of games.
Baseball.
It's a lot of baseball. But we're not here to talk about baseball unless you want to. Camilla, I gave you the bone and you dropped it. I don't know what you want me to do about it. Okay, let's get into it. WrestleMania is this week. We're doing it. I can do this. I can do this. There you go. 2 days, guys, again. And you know what? I'm looking at the cards, and once again, last year I went, you know what? I don't think they're going to be able to do 2 days and make it feel good. This feels great. I'm looking at these cards, and I'm like, all right, I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. And we're going to start, boom, boom. They're just all coming out. I guess for night one, oh my goodness. Everyone just had a seizure at home. We didn't put the disclaimer up. It's over.
That's fine.
All right. So night one, how do we want to tackle this? Do we want to go?
Let's talk about night one. What matches are people looking forward to seeing night one? The matches that we do have that are slated for night one are so far. Let's see. We have Seth Rollins versus Cesaro.
Leather suit man.
Yeah, this is, I think, believe night two. This is night two. This is night one. Miz versus Bad Bunny. Now, guys, if you did just see Raw, the Miz painted Bad Bunny's $1.3 million car with red paint. His Bugatti with red paint. And then not only did him and Morrison paint the car, they brutally beat the shit out of Bad Bunny, guys. Like threw him a parking lot, like threw him across a car, dragged him, like got it. It was some heat. And all Morrison kept saying was, you don't disrespect us. This is WWE. You don't come in our house and disrespect us. Which I thought was great. It really, really has me interested because it's a one-on-one match. Yes. And I think I seen Kazim say on Twitter, what are we all going to do when Bad Bunny busts out his 450 splash at WrestleMania? Because we've all been told that he has been super excited about. He's been a fan since, but he's really taken on to this quickly, and he's been training his butt off. And I want to know what move off the top of the rope he's going to pull off.
Shooting star press. Let's go.
Oh, that'll be great. I would be excited. But that's night one. Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley is night one. Of course, the main event, Sasha versus Bianca Belair is night one. Those, I believe, all the ones that are announced for night one so far.
Well, they just added an additional match to night one, and that would be the tag team turmoil match to determine the number one contenders for the women's tag team championship.
That is right.
Oh,
which they will face on night two, correct?
Correct. So whoever wins this match, and if you're watching Raw right now, this actually happens to be on. You have the team of the Riot Squad, Liv Morgan and Ruby Riot, versus Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke versus Natalya and Tamina versus one other team that I can't remember right now, but they will be facing the number one contenders. Or they will be the number one contenders.
It's Naomi and Lana.
Naomi and Lana. That's who else.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, now that that's been announced, first of all, I think it's great that we, figured out what we're doing with the women's tag titles.
And they get two nights.
And they get two nights, which is very nice. Who do you want to win that tag team turmoil match? And do you think they go on to beat Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax?
I want a surprise entrance to be the Iconics rejoining back together.
Holy shit.
Because this is exactly what I was going to say.
Because Billie Kay has keep trying to get a tag team partner. Now, I did see her on Friday go to Carmella, and I was like, yo, okay, that would kind of be a dope pairing. It gives Carmella something to do and Billie Kay, but have the Iconics. You've seen Peyton Royce come out. You've seen her talk. She actually tweeted looking for Billie Kay. Have them be the surprise entrance, win it, and win at WrestleMania again.
And it was literally just teased because they had all the teams, including Shayna and Nia, together in a backstage segment, and Billie Kay appeared trying to hand out her resume. So I think the writing's on the wall. I think what Neeson is saying could come into fruition, and I hope it does.
They got to write that wrong. That's one of the dumbest things they've done on a long list of dumb things. But that one to me is just made absolutely no sense. They've done nothing with either of them since then. I mean, the Billie Kay stuff's fun. The resume stuff's great, but it's just
if it's not them, have it be the Riot Squad.
Absolutely.
That's the only real tag team.
I think those two, and I think they should beat Shayna and Nia. I think that would be a great WrestleMania moment for Liv and for Ruby Riott. I think that'd be great. Andrew asked, are y'all ready for WrestleMania? Andrew, no. I'm never ready for WrestleMania, especially now that it's 2 nights and NXT's 2 nights and we have the GCW Collective and Independent Wrestling TV, and literally what else is going on? All Japan's running a tournament at the same time. I'm never ready. I'm never ready for wrestling. It's just insane. Carmella stiffs Billy and Peyton jumps in to fill the spot. That'd be fine. I'd be fine with that. I think that would be great.
That will at least get both of them. I'm kind of sad that WrestleMania, even though it's 2 nights, each night's only 3.5 hours.
You know what? Why are you disappointed in that?
Because it's WrestleMania and we get 3 hour or 3.5 hour pay-per-views every single month. And for this to be 3.5 hours, yes, it's 2 days back to back, but they have enough talent to where they could potentially have more matches. If they would have took time and of course built the storylines, like they could have gave us something more. They could have put NXT there. Like they could have done so much more, or at least just an hour more. An hour and 3 hours and a half is very short for a WrestleMania.
An hour more for both nights, or just like Sunday?
I would take just for Sunday, or maybe one, or maybe both. I wouldn't care. I mean, yes, it's not 6 hours. Great, that's exciting. But also, it's WrestleMania, guys, and it doesn't matter how long it'll be. We all know we'll sit there and watch it.
I mean, we did that one year. Kofi won.
Exactly.
That felt like a 17-hour show.
And we banded together as brothers in arms at that moment.
Look at Camilla. She just doesn't want to be here, but she has to be here. I'm sorry, Camilla.
She's like, I have things to do.
Is there anything on night 1 you're not looking forward to? Now, you said some of those matches were on night 2, but according to Wikipedia, some of them are on night 1. So I don't know, but I guess I fully trust Wikipedia at all times.
Yeah, no. Which matches? Name all the night 1 matches.
Cesaro, Rollins, Strowman, McMahon, the Raw Tag Team titles, the Bad Bunny versus Miz match, Lashley, McIntyre, Banks, Belair.
I think the only match I couldn't care less about is the Braun and Shane match. The match could be great,
don't care. Yeah.
The build-up has been absolutely terrible. This is probably along the same lines as the build-up for the Edge Booker T match at WrestleMania, where the storyline was that Edge got a Japanese shampoo commercial over Booker T. This is along those same levels. We don't have an actual reason why Shane is saying that Braun is stupid. Like, why is this happening all of a sudden? We never got that explanation, and we probably won't.
It's just very not thought out. And also, he was Brain Strowman, okay? He's clearly smart. Brains.
I'm not looking forward to... Oh, man. I'm not looking forward to the title match. I think it's lost a lot of luster to me. Like, I'm happy that Bobby Lashley gets his just due, but I'm also sad that the Hurt Business is like not the Hurt Business anymore as we know it. And I think that hurt them more than what they thought it was going to do. So I'm just not interested in it. Like I would love to see Drew McIntyre come out and have to, go through the Hurt Business to win the title at Mania. Like have that. Why not have that interference? Why not have them, interfere or try to cost Drew McIntyre his title shot and either have him lose it or overcome it, whatever the case may be, have it happen. I really don't understand why. I don't understand why that can't happen. And I think Bobby Lashley, I don't know, man. He lost his luster. What about you, Jimmy?
I mean, you're kind of right. I feel like this just seems like another glorified Raw match, and it probably is going to be a great match regardless. But I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't feel like a WrestleMania match. I just feel like there's going to be some sort of catch with this title match, whether there's going to be some sort of weird swerve to it, or hopefully it ends up not being the actual main event, and Sasha and Bianca actually will be. But yeah, I don't know. Something about this particular title match just doesn't scream as important as Drew and Brock of last year.
Now, I will say this. I think Drew and Lashley may end up opening the show, and Bianca Belair should end up closing the show. That's what I think should happen. But who knows? Like, I want to see Sasha and Bianca definitely should close the show. Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley should open, and that's how I should book in the show. But Matthew said, I'm sorry, they don't have a fire 4-hour show booked. Honestly, the builds that are memorable last year's later were built for years. Well, yes and no. I think usually they start turning the key around Survivor Series. I think only thing they turned the key with Survivor Series was honestly for Bianca. And that was it. You start seeing Bailey going against Bianca to prep Bianca for Sasha. You start seeing Sasha stay busy with Carmella's new character, and then you start seeing that story kind of unfold. That was it. Everything else they have not turned the key on. And so I could agree with him. Like, nothing else got turned the key around Survivor Series. Everything else happened after the Rumble.
I will say that the WrestleMania where Seth Rollins ended up cashing in Money in the Bank, leading up to that WrestleMania, every match had a terrible build-up. It was one of the worst built-up WrestleManias ever, but it ended up being one of the best WrestleManias.
Yeah, it was a great.
Which is crazy because I just remember going into that show and thinking, oh, okay, it's just WrestleMania, whatever. I figured it would be on par with the one where Miz and Cena main evented. But then, like, as the show kept going, I'm like, this show is amazing, and I don't understand how it is from the terrible buildup that preceded.
I mean, Rusev came out on a tank. Come on.
I was gonna say
probably the best WrestleMania entrance of all time, or at least one of them. Top 5.
Are you serious? They did Triple H had a Terminator entrance. The whole Terminators came from the ground.
Yep.
It rose up like on that same card. It was a great WrestleMania.
It was. How do you guys feel about the tag before we move on to night 2? How do you feel about the tag team title match with AJ and Omos?
They didn't need it. They didn't need the title match. If AJ and Omos wanted just to challenge the New Day for like as a tag team, they could have just did it. If Omos wanted to challenge Kofi Kingston 1-on-1 or something, they could have just did it as his first match. I get that AJ Styles didn't want to wrestle unless he didn't want to wrestle unless he was going for a title, but I just feel like they didn't.
Triple H.
You took the title, or Triple H, but you took the titles off of the Hurt Business to break up the Hurt Business to do this. Like,
yeah,
this isn't it. But kudos to the New Day, man. 11-time champions. They know because they're gonna put it on them because they know that they're a solid tag team and they're gonna deliver each time. But I could care less about this match, unfortunately.
All right, we want to move on to night 2.
Let's move on to night 2.
All right, we've got Riddle versus Sheamus for the United States Championship. We have Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn with Logan Paul. We have Big E versus Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental title. Now, is this a Nigerian drum match?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Do we know what that is?
No, I feel like we won't find out until the match actually starts or maybe right beforehand. Basically, this is going to be the next generation's Duchess of Queenberry match.
Oh, all right. We have The Fiend versus Randy Orton.
Burnt Fiend.
Well done, Fiend. We have Asuka. Asuka versus Rhea Ripley for the WWE Raw Women's Championship and a triple threat match for the Universal Championship. Roman Reigns, Edge, and Daniel Bryan. How are we feeling about night 2? I think for me, it's Owen Zayn, man.
Oh,
that's very excited.
That's very excited. That everybody's like, I'm seeing this. is really like, whew, all right. I really want to see this match.
I wish it was just a match, though.
I feel like it can't be just a match because they've already done
They've
it so
done
many
it like
times.
17
Right.
times.
Yeah, especially when it's not just on pay-per-views, but on SmackDown. So this match needed some sort of gimmick to it in some way, shape, or form. And we got it. It's going to be interesting. We don't know what this is. And, like, good for Apollo Crews for coming up with this character that's getting him onto the WrestleMania card.
A singles match
WrestleMania card.
on WrestleMania. Not a four-way or the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. It's a singles match for a championship. So, I mean, yeah, you can't go wrong with that, I feel. Even if we don't know what a Nigerian drum match is yet.
Yeah, and I think this allows them to really add a lot of decor to the match, which I think it'll be very interesting and great. And the presentation of the match is going to look big. And I can't wait to see that. Rather Apollo Crews wins or loses, I think definitely this is going to make him an even bigger star. And he could be able to walk away from his wrestling career years down the line and said, I had a big singles presentation type match at WrestleMania, and kudos to him for that, man, because not everybody gets that.
No, they do not. How we feel about the main event? I know we still got SmackDown to go, so we could maybe coming out of SmackDown we might feel a different way, but are we still feeling that Roman Reigns will not be the champion coming out of WrestleMania, but he will not be the one that gets pinned? Are we still feeling that way?
I don't know. I feel like it could go any way now, just because of the way they've been building it up, especially with, the Edge, for lack of a better term, a heel turn. He pretty much turned heel, like especially this past Friday when he mentioned that it's the return of the Rated R Superstar, which is basically making me think, okay, so it's going to be two heels and a face at WrestleMania. So that in turn makes me wonder, is Daniel Bryan going to win? And is Edge going to take the pin for him?
Cooler heads prevail with Daniel Bryan being just not as crazed as Roman Reigns or Edge seem to be.
Yeah, exactly. He's the one who's been fighting for this more. I mean, you could argue Edge, winning the Rumble, but Daniel Bryan has been trying to build himself back up to this championship level. And with the promos that he's been cutting, and especially against Edge, you're just building him up more for that similar face that he was at WrestleMania 30 when he won his first championship, or when he won that championship.
Yeah, I was so convinced that this is a way to get the belt on Edge, but I think, man, what if Daniel Bryan pulls it off? What if this is WrestleMania 30 main event all over again? And also these three men are all faces, by the way, in life. All of them have been written off and was not cleared to wrestle possibly ever again.
Yeah.
We didn't know when Roman Reigns was coming back from his leukemia battle, and then he had to step away again during the pandemic. We didn't know our Edge was written off, 9 years. Daniel Bryan written off, gone. So this match to me is bigger than, I know it's bigger than a title, but it is, because these three are main eventing WrestleMania and closing it out when all of their careers were gone, not even in jeopardy, were gone. So on that note, kudos to them, but also Daniel Bryan is the interesting win here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Daniel Bryan is the interesting win.
Now, I think one thing I keep forgetting is this is actually going to be in front of people. We're going to be in front of a crowd. So do you think the Fiend Randy Orton match is going to be an actual in-ring match, or is this a pre-recorded cinematic match?
It's absolutely going to be in-ring. It has to be, right?
I would think so. I think I do. It is kind of a bummer because I'm seeing all of my memories from last year of the Cena Fiend match from last year, which was I don't care what anyone says, was amazing. They did
Same.
such a good job with that. And they could do the same exact thing with Randy Orton. I mean, the man's had a lot of different things go on in his career. You know, they could go down the memory lane of that. They could do some fun and funny stuff with that as well.
Very true.
So I kind of wish they would do that, but I could get why they. Yeah, it could still be it could also be half and half. Who knows?
I can see them using that match as like being, you know, the cinematic match, and while that match is happening in the ring, they're setting up for the Nigerian drum match.
Oh, I could see that. I could see something like that happening. I mean, I think they can still. I don't think now that they're like, well, we have fans back, we can't do cinematic stuff anymore. I think they really need to just stay with it for certain characters like the Fiend, for now at least. I think.
I also don't think that the audience there will be mad about it, just because they're at WrestleMania. It doesn't matter if they're seeing a cinematic match. Oh, that'd be great.
That would be great. See, there's a lot of fun things you could do with Orton, and the cinematic stuff.
But this isn't Bray Wyatt. Like, we remember the Firefly Funhouse was
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt taking John Cena through the Firefly Funhouse and then getting to the Fiend.
Yes.
So
true.
Bray Wyatt is supposedly
dead. Like dead. All right, yeah, that's fair. I mean, either way, I think that match is intriguing. I think they'll do some fun stuff with that. But yeah, are you more excited for night 1 or night 2? I think night 2, honestly.
I'm excited for night 1. I mean, look, well, let's say the biggest match I'm excited to see, honestly, I want to see Sasha make Bianca Belair. Like, I am super, super excited about that, because they're going to get 30 minutes. And if we could get 30 minutes of just tearing down a house, I think that's going to be the show that's going to be the match that's going to steal night 1. But night 2, yeah, like Big E versus Apollo, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, the triple threat match, Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. Like, we're getting a kick-ass Rhea Ripley. Like, I mean, Asuka too. Like, come on, man. It's a heavy card.
I will say that I'm making a bold prediction, but I'm going to say that when Bianca and Sasha start, before they even lock up, there's going to be a "This Is Awesome" chant.
Oh yeah. You know,
I can totally see that happening.
One thing I am kind of disappointed with, and I wonder if they're holding something close to the vest, is where's Bayley? Is she hurt?
Yeah. I don't think she's hurt. I think it's nothing for her, but maybe she does a hello ding dong hello show in there.
You know what I saw on the internet, which I think would just be the best thing, if she comes out and said in her gear and is like, I'm ready to wrestle. I've beat everyone. I'm the best champion, blah, blah, blah. Who's going to come out and face me? And since we've got the pirate ship, come on, let's do it. Kairi Sane, bring her back. It'd be fun. I mean, that would be such a great WrestleMania. She doesn't even have to win.
We were robbed of it last year. It should happen this year.
That would be so fun.
We are missing I mean, you know, of course, because it hasn't happened yet, but we don't have a WrestleMania oh my God moment yet, right? Like, we've had, I mean, the last one in person, we had at least 2. We had the Kofi winning, the oh my God Kofi won, and then we had John Cena coming out of Thuganomics that blew everybody's mind.
Oh my God.
So we've had every WrestleMania, we've had these oh my God moments. What is it going to be? They're going to have, and then they're going to have to do 2, right? Like, they're going to have to do 2. Because last WrestleMania they didn't really have an oh my God moment. We had the 2 cinematic matches.
Yeah.
On each night. So
very true. Yeah. Well, I mean, we had Kevin Owens jumping off the sign. That was pretty.
Yeah, but like we knew something like something. What's going to be the thing that we never thought would happen? Like, what? Like we all say that at the same time. Like, No way. We knew.
I assume Cena coming back,
I doubt it, man.
I don't see that happening.
even though he's basically lost in the Phantom Zone in wrestling canon.
Yeah,
he does not exist.
I don't know. He's popping up on Dynamite.
Yes, he is. I love that. How weird is that?
So that
For anyone who doesn't get that, who hasn't noticed, there are advertisements for Wipeout that come up on the bottom of the screen during Dynamite.
Yeah.
And the announcers have not acknowledged it at all, which they don't have to. But it's just funny to see John Cena on Dynamite. So
yes.
Well, yeah. Well, also, like they can't technically say John Cena in like a wrestling thing because that's still WWE copyrighted within wrestling. So if it'll be a tricky thing. But they have said it on NBA on TNT, and they we've seen the clip of John Cena talking about Shaq, even though John Cena didn't mention anything about AEW. But
company man.
So we'll see, man. But he's definitely the Peacemaker. He's doing everything in his Peacemaker outfit.
Yes, dude.
That thing can't be comfortable.
All right, let's move on to 2 nights of NXT. Another thing where I went, I don't think they can fill out this card here for 2 nights, and they did, and I'm interested in most of the matches. So night 1, we found out who Pete Dunne is going to face, the best technical wrestler in the world. He's going to face Kushida, and this is actually pretty interesting to me. Like, I know I pitched Daniel Bryan because that makes the most sense, but could this be the biggest match Kushida's had besides Walter?
Absolutely. I mean, well, no, because the Gargano match was technically his biggest match.
Yes.
Gargano for the North American Championship. But why does this feel like the winner of this match is going to face Daniel Bryan?
I don't know.
Like, I feel like if Daniel Bryan loses, I truly think we're gonna get a NXT Daniel Bryan run in some point. He's talking about it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I feel like it. And I'm just reaching for the stars, guys. Daniel Bryan faces the winner of Pete Dunne versus Kushida.
All right.
It'd be a great way to kick off NXT on Tuesday nights. You got
yes,
debut show.
Got to get the people moved over, huh? To Tuesday. Good call. Well, for the vacant NXT Tag Team Championships, we have a triple threat MSK grizzled young veterans.
Grizzled.
Legado de Fantasma. I know a lot of people thought, well, why isn't this I know I saw a lot of people going, this should be a ladder match, but I think just have it be a regular match is great. Who do you see taking the tag titles?
It has to be MSK, right?
You think it's MSK?
I think it has to be MSK.
And then MSK will be the only tag team in history to be not only NXT tag team champions, but also at the same time, the current and reigning PWG tag team champions.
That would be crazy.
So what you're saying is they're gonna when PWG starts up again, they're gonna have to defend those titles.
No,
I mean
they're gonna leave them vacant.
They have obligations, right?
Well, what I think we're gonna get is, as I go on a tangent, we're probably gonna get the tag team. What's the PWG tag tournament? It's not DDT, is it?
DDT is the 3-man.
I can't remember. They have a tag tournament that they do, and
I think it is DDT. Yeah,
that'd be a lot of fun to. And please, for the love of God, anyone who's listening, PWG, please get new tag team titles. Just get the.
I know all 3 titles need to be changed. Those things are like old and decrepit, and
they look.
But it's history.
Not great. It is history. Yes. History of dented tinfoil titles.
Guys, we've seen new titles in our current future now with certain promotions. Let's not wish for new titles. People haven't gotten it right. I don't think I've seen a new title that's been right in 5 years, maybe. Maybe.
The New Japan Strong titles don't look too bad either.
Okay.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that at the end of the show. Maybe we'll see. And actually, I don't disagree. Like compared to the new IWGP World Heavyweight, that the Strong title does not look bad. But anyway, we have a 6-man gauntlet eliminator to determine the number 1 contender for the North American Championship on night 2. Holy hell, that is a lot to say in one sentence. Who do we got here? We got Leon Ruff, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Bronson Reed, Cameron Grimes, Dexter Loomis, and the
LA Knight.
LA British Knights. Put on the shoes, walk around, they'll glow. Who do you think's going to win this, and who do you think goes on to face Johnny Gargano on night 2?
Who do I think's going to win it? Bronson Reed, because he's technically the only babyface besides Leon Ruff. Who do I want to win it? I wish Johnny was here. Cameron Grimes, straight to the moon. Because he is the what if they backyard hillbilly billionaire. It's Grimes time, and like your friend said, let's make it happen, man. And I just want to hear that theme song because it is a fire theme song as well.
It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm pretty much everything that you said, Neeson, I agree with. Like the way they've been building up Bronson Reed, it wouldn't make any sense to like build him up now and then not do anything with him. Although it's not like there's been a minimal amount of times that's happened. But yeah, I would have preferred Cameron Grimes as well. But like the way that Bronson Reed's trajectory is going, I see him going to not only night 2 to face Johnny, but also taking the title.
Cameron Grimes.
I mean, the man wore Bam Bam Bigelow tribute gear. He can have every title he wants, in my opinion.
I feel like his tribute gear is almost like Vader every time.
Yeah, fair.
They gave him, I just want to say, they gave him his intro like a real intro. He screams and the camera fades from the Titantron from Titantron to face, and then he walks and stomps on the stairs, and the camera doesn't shake. Like they're invested. He's gonna be on the main roster in like 3 months, maybe even less, and then he's gonna turn into the Funkadactyl or something like that.
Oh wow, the return of the Funkadactyl.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
On a row.
Up next for the WWE United Kingdom Championship, we have Tommaso Ciampa challenging Valtteri, and this is going to be a fight. I can guarantee that. I don't think Tommaso Ciampa beats Valtteri. I don't think that happens. That would be strange, in my opinion.
I don't think that's the question. I think Walter is going to stay UK champion. The question is, will this match be on the same level as Walter and Ilya?
Absolutely not.
Will this match be on the same level as Walter and Tyler Bate?
No.
I can see it closer to being Tyler Bate level than I could see it with Ilya level.
Yeah.
But
we'll see. I mean, Ciampa's crazy, so
Ciampa's also has a broken neck, guys.
That's true. Yeah.
And Tyler Bate, like that match with Tyler, like it'd go what's his Dragunov, right?
Dragunov.
It'd go Dragunov, Bate, and like very close to, in my opinion, and then everything else. Because that Bate match, those 2 matches were out of this world, man. Like, so I don't see. My only thing is like, why this match? Like, what? And then when he does beat Ciampa, who and what is next?
Thatcher.
Yeah, I mean, it just. That's an interesting play. Former ring conf.
And they mentioned that.
The fact that they actually mentioned the words ring conf on NXT.
They mentioned it.
Crazy.
It's crazy, yeah.
Considering that
we haven't seen Thatcher in a while.
Yeah, we haven't. I mean, maybe Thatcher joins up.
I think that's more likely to happen, that Thatcher joins with Imperium. But man, like who what does Walter do? Like, who's gonna take down the monster?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Why can't it just be Drew McIntyre?
I mean, I feel like it might have been. It was supposed to be Finn.
Yeah,
and so. Who knows? I mean, now that things are opening up a little bit more, maybe it could be Finn. Maybe Finn ends up going to NXT UK. That would be huge for them, and I feel like more people would watch NXT UK.
But is that what they're trying to do? Are they trying to take away? Do they have a star big enough to replace on NXT Tuesday nights? Finn?
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah.
I'm like, stock for me on Finn Balor is way down.
Who's higher? Who's higher has higher stock on NXT than Finn Balor right now?
I don't know, but I like literally don't care about Finn Balor anymore.
Jimmy, who has higher stock? Because I also know that you don't watch NXT like that.
I mean, it's really hard to say. I mean, he's the only one who's come back from any main roster to that level. I mean, you could argue Adam Cole, but until he wins the title again, I don't think so. So, yeah, Finn is the top of the card right now.
And Adam Cole without Undisputed? Like,
I mean, it's still possible. Adam Cole has, gone off on his own, whether it be in Ring of Honor or New Japan or whatnot. But, like, I don't know if he's Finn level yet. We'll just have to wait and see what happens if Finn ends up leaving and going to NXT UK. Or remember, NXT UK does staggered scheduling.
Yeah.
So they'll record a bunch of shows at once, and like that'll air for like a month. So he very well could just stick with both brands.
This is very true.
Nick, what's going on, man? Looks like the bullpen's going to be a problem again, boys. Anyway, let's Io Shirai versus Raquel Gonzalez for the NXT Women's Championship. Let's I guess try and move it along a little faster here. I believe my prediction from the beginning of the year is going to come true.
Oh,
yeah,
Raquel Gonzalez. And if it's not, then they, in my opinion, don't have faith in anyone else to be the champion right now.
Yeah, I feel like the way they've been built, not only building up Raquel, but the way that they've been building up Io being pissed at Raquel is just leading for this match to be won by Raquel.
I feel like Io is going to be the post-Mania call-up. There's nothing left for her to do here, I feel. She's literally, like, they showed the graphic. She's beat everybody. What else is she going to do in NXT? I think it would be interesting to see her come up and look. I mean, maybe we could get an Asuka Io feud. That would be crazy.
It needs to be a feud, and I hope they don't put them as a tag team.
No, absolutely not.
Guys, look, it's going to be a tag team because at least one person in a feud has to be able to speak English throughout.
Yes.
So they're not just going to be them two solo dolo going one-on-one. It's not going to happen. Vince is not going to allow for it. It's going to at least need to be a tag team, or somebody is going to have a manager.
Absolutely. Guys, the defense is going to be a problem too. Let's move on to night 2. It's one game, guys. It's okay. The season's over. The season's over.
Bad Bunny has been cutting a promo for the past 3 minutes.
Yeah.
By the way.
Well, I mean, he got the shit kicked out of him apparently, and his car got all messed up. So he's probably mad.
He's cutting, just from body language.
Yeah, just from body language, it looks really good. And makes me wonder, just like, who's been running his promo class?
Right, like it look pretty good, guys.
Like, he's not just standing there; he's very like the body language and like he's speaking with his hands, which I think is for a new person in the industry. Like, I think that's a great thing to do.
Okay, maybe not. All right.
Visually looks great.
Visually looks great, guys. Visually looks great.
Nick, I will ban you from the chat for talking shit about the Mets. I'm not even joking.
Honestly, like props, like we mentioned it earlier, but like props to Bad Bunny. I think he's putting in the work for this, and whether he looks good or not, at least he's putting in the work.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times when celebrities come in, everyone's pretty pissed off about it because they don't feel like they're not taking it seriously. But I feel like more recently with celebrities, we've been seeing them actually put in the work. So, I mean, Pat McAfee, Bad Bunny looks like he's putting in the work. Like these are fans, people that love professional wrestling. So, Neeson, is it not going well over there?
He's still going.
It is
This
still
is a
going.
long. I mean, you gotta fill the time. Maybe somebody's doing this. Just stretch it.
No,
out.
this is basically going to be the footage for like all the pop culture outlets this entire week. It's like, oh, Bad Bunny's like going to be on WrestleMania this weekend. It's on Peacock, so you're probably going to see this clip on like MTV and on E and everything else.
Good
They're
point.
going to have plenty of stuff to cut with is this 10-minute promo.
They're letting him go. They're getting all the footage they can.
Did they just replace Andrade with Bad Bunny?
No, I doubt that.
He's had a longer promo than Andrade's all his promos put together.
So are you saying that
Bad Bunny speaks fluent English, whereas Andrade is still learning, or at least not as fluent. He's basically not like Santos Escobar as far as fluent English.
Guys, it's that was very long and it just ended, and not even ended, but Miz and Morrison just came on the screen and it's still going. This has been like a good 10 or 15-minute segment.
Crazy.
But Nick says his Giants aren't much better either. So
all
Nick,
right,
I'm sorry, but you're a terrible person because you're a Giants fan.
Oh my God. I didn't say that.
Giants fans are terrible.
I didn't say that on
I'm
air.
Dodger fan.
I didn't say that either.
All right, let's move on to night 2. My video screen behind me is completely freaking out. I don't know what is going on with it.
If you didn't have epilepsy before.
Let's go Mets.
It's off now. Yeah, LMG, I guess, whatever. Night 2, guys. We got Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart against The Way, that hit fastball song from the 90s. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. They're coming out in a full-size tank, yeah?
Oh, that'd be great. I mean,
fine.
If this was happening in arena, I would love that. But yeah, I think it'll be a nice new decked out tank. I don't think it'll be a full tank.
Oh, they're in the CWC, huh?
Yeah, I don't. Never mind. It's not going to be in an arena, or it'd be great if they had it at the stadium, but they won't. Or even if they could at least give them the Thunderdome, that'd be great. But they're not.
No, absolutely not. Why would they do that?
Nobody wanted to do the fusion, the way.
Wait.
I went like this. Yeah.
I didn't know what you were doing. I thought you were trying to push my camera away.
There you go. Thank you. I got you. Yeah. There we go, guys. Look at that.
We have a ladder match to determine who the undisputed NXT Cruiserweight Champion is. Santos Escobar, Jordan Devlin. I think this should be Santos Escobar on Wikipedia is listed as the interim NXT champion. Ouch.
That makes sense. Jordan Devlin is the one who won it at Worlds Collide. So
what a great match that was too.
That was a fantastic match. And it makes sense that you would consider Santos Escobar the interim, but he's actually been on NXT.
Yeah. So what do we think here? Do we think Devlin pulls it out, or do we think Escobar becomes the undisputed champion?
Man, guys, I don't know what it is. I really wish I cared about this match. I like both of these guys. I don't know if it was just a build. I don't know that it kind of took a lot out of me that Trent lost weight to hit 205 just to wrestle Jordan Devlin on NXT UK just to lose. And I just don't know. I don't know what it is, but I like these two guys, and I want it to be great. I think that Escobar ends up winning at the end, and then the 205 title stays here. But that's who knows. Less
With
traffic.
Yeah. Any more thoughts on this ladder match?
I mean, I think it's going to be a good match, but yeah, trying to figure out who's going to walk away with the title in this one it's not very predictable, and which is great because then it's going to add more excitement to the match.
Absolutely. Unsanctioned match. Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole. The former bassist of Metallica is mad at Adam Cole, and he is going to fight him. I mean, he looks like he's out of a Metallica. Come on, Kyle O'Reilly. Anyways, I think this match is going to be crazy. These two dudes have known each other forever, and I am excited to see what they do. I love the video packages they've been doing for it, and I just love everything they've been doing for it in general. Do we think Kyle O'Reilly wins this match?
Oh, Kyle O'Reilly. No. I think Adam Cole wins this match. I think this makes Adam Cole, but then we always talk about everybody's a heel.
Yeah.
But if they want to make Adam Cole be that number one guy that goes after whoever, then he needs to win. But Kyle O'Reilly is his time. If he doesn't win, something needs to happen. But where's Roger Strong at? What happened to him?
He's off on his own now. He has
his old music back. He's doing this.
Not even his old music. They give him new music, which for me, I'm like, man, I love that old music, but they got rid of it. But yeah, he's completely. What was that?
I thought that's the music right before he joined Undisputed Era. I thought it was that music.
No, completely different music.
I don't like either of them, to be honest, but whatever.
So do we think that the former Undisputed Era members get involved in this? Do we think we see Bobby Fish come back? No, you think it'll be just straight down the middle?
Yeah, I don't think there's any point in bringing in Bobby Fish for this match just because it'll just be more about the Undisputed Era as it is about just Kyle and Cole. I mean, we already had Roddy walk away. It wouldn't make sense for like Roddy to walk away, but then Fish be like the only one there until he's just, like sectioned off away from Cole.
I feel like many members of the No More Remorse Corps are either retired or working for New Japan. But great reference, nonetheless.
Not that there's a certain member I don't think people really care about these days anyway.
Oh, no, they don't. He is terrible. And anyway, we won't get it. We won't get into it. Main event, guys. Carrion Cross versus Finn Balor for the NXT Championship. Do we think Carrion gets the belt back? I think he does. And I think Finn Balor moves on to something else.
Yes. Finn Balor loses, but also no. Finn Balor wins. Karrion Kross shows up on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown next week.
For the self-made feud with Randy Orton?
Yes.
I could dig it. I could be fine with that. And that's something new. It gets Orton away from the Fiend finally. Well, also, we don't know because the Fiend or Alexa Bliss told us that the Fiend's going to murder Randy Orton.
True.
So
it's true. He's going to kill a man.
Just return the favor, I guess.
Yeah. He kill me, I kill you. Eye for an eye. So I if he doesn't kill Randy Orton, I think Karrion Kross could show up and he could do squash matches until Randy Orton comes back and RKO's him and says, can't kill a snake. And RK's over. Yeah, he does and then he's like, does the little thing after. And then he's just like talk shit to him the whole time, and next thing you know, it's the main event of Money in the Bank.
All right. Well, if that happens, you are Nostradamus.
Nah, well, thanks.
Jimmy, what do you think? You think Karrion Kross, Finn Balor? What do you think here?
I see Kross walking away with the title. However, that doesn't mean it would surprise me if Finn retained, just because it's so hard to predict what direction they could go. I mean, you mentioned Kross going to Raw or maybe even SmackDown, but I think it's still too early for him, especially since he hasn't had that much time since coming back from injury. And with Finn, the only thing he could do afterward that I can think of is the feud with Walter, but I don't know how we get to that just yet.
But you look at the intro. Look at his theme. He comes in with smoke and the end. His intro is as long as the Undertaker's.
Nothing. No, it's not. Come on. No, it's not.
It is. It is. His Carrion Cross's intro is long. Dung. The end is near. Dung. Same thing. Same thing, guys.
I don't think it's. I don't see it as being any longer than Xia Li's entrance, honestly.
Fair.
Well, that's about to get cut down too.
All right. So that was WrestleMania and NXT. But guys, if you're looking for others, if you're like 4 shows that are over almost 4 hours each, I need to put more wrestling into my life. GCW.
Can we Finkel, can we confirm what's music that Ali's coming out to?
I can't. I don't know what that is. I was trying to listen to it.
Sorry.
I don't know if it's new. I don't think they would have given him Retribution's music, but I also don't think
it's not Retribution's. It's new music.
And it's not his old music. It's not his face music, right? Okay. No. As long as they didn't give him his face music, it wouldn't have made sense.
Imagine if he was just a good guy again. All of a sudden.
No explanation. Oh, I'm not with that Retribution anymore. I'm a
comes out with the light thing, just like
giving thumbs up to people. Yeah. Ugh.
I think the U.S. title match may end up being a triple threat, guys.
With
that would be great. I think that'd be great. Makes it more interesting. I'd be fine.
I was going to say that Sheamus and Riddle is my whatever match for night 2. So
yeah.
Even though Sheamus shows up to every.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. So
great watching while Raw's on. Continue.
Like I was saying, if you are looking for other wrestling to watch, you can check out Fight.tv. GCW is running The Collective, which is a series of 18 million shows that will air, I think, starting Wednesday to Saturday. There's a lot of great stuff going on there. I am most excited for The Culture, which is an amazing show. They did it back in October. And I believe on that show, you're going to see Leo Rush versus Lee Moriarty. I am very excited for that. If you haven't seen Lee Moriarty wrestle, go check him out. He's fantastic. And I mean, Bloodsport is always a good time, and Spring Break's going to be amazing as well. So go check it out. It's all streaming on Fight TV. Have you guys seen any of the matches from this weekend? Are you excited for anything? Neeson, are you excited for anything in particular?
Yeah, man, I'm excited to be a part of Bloodsport and a part of Spring Break and a part of For the Culture. It'll be an exciting time. It'll be down there. I'll be down there doing some interviewing and some commentating on For the Culture. So, and possibly other thing else. I don't know exactly what else yet, but it will be fun and I will be there. And yeah, man. Hey, who knows? Hey, I may even take a bump or two. Who knows?
Well, yeah, you probably could, but please don't. I need you here on Sunday and every
random and after
every random Monday.
Who's gonna watch Raw and give you guys 30 seconds?
That's true. Who's gonna do it? I won't. Jimmy, is there anything from the Collective that you're excited about?
I mean, honestly, with most WrestleMania weekends, I kind of push myself away from independent wrestling. Not that I don't enjoy it, but it's just so much, and I feel like WrestleMania by itself is such an overload that adding anything else to it is just like, okay, I'm just watching wrestling, and it just all looks the same by a certain point. So there isn't anything in particular that I'm looking forward to, except maybe Bloodsport, because I haven't really looked into the matches or anything. But I am looking forward to Bloodsport. I am looking forward to For the Culture, and those are probably going to be the only 2 shows that I watch this weekend. Maybe Spring Break. We'll see.
Bloodsport has Moxley and Barnett. That's going to be something.
It does have Moxley and Barnett, presented by Neft, where we break boundaries, not the barrel.
There you go. And then also IWTV is running a bunch of shows as well. Hey, there it is. There's the barrel. You can go to IW.TV, sign up there. I think it's only like $10 a month. It's a great deal. All of these shows will be available on there, plus a whole bunch more on that platform. A lot of good stuff over there.
I will say with the GCW stuff, if everybody that buys t-shirts or that gets gift packages or whatever, they will get us, THS Wrestling, a special card from us. And yeah, and information about tuning into our show every Sunday. So it's
great.
Pretty cool. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Now I do. Now I know that. Man, we're over the hour mark. Do we even want to talk? I don't know if I have it in me to talk about this clown, honestly.
Nope.
So there's the new IWGP. Put the fucking picture back up. So the new IWGP World Heavyweight title. It looks stupid. It looks smaller than all of their other belts. We did this whole storyline with Kota Ibushi claiming he was God. Claiming he was the greatest wrestler. This was his destiny. He merged the two titles that there was nothing wrong with, except maybe, getting rid of one of the titles. And he loses to fucking Will Ospreay in his first title defense. Man, I will tell you, and if you in the chat want to see my receipts, I woke up, saw this was the result, and I canceled my subscription to New Japan World immediately. I've been a day one subscriber to them. I've dealt with all the Naito bullshit. I've dealt with literally everything that they've done. I've dealt with them, having Will Ospreay beat up his girlfriend and being like, the title is more important than my girlfriend. And man, they put the title on a rape apologist, a guy who basically ended a woman's career because she didn't even say the man's name. Will Ospreay got her kicked off of shows, and promotions have actually confirmed that this happened. As soon as he found out she was booked on the same show, he got her kicked off of them. So, I mean, if that's the type of person, and listen, I'm well aware they still employ Hanma, and listen, but they're not putting a fucking world title on fucking Hanma, okay?
And yeah, no one is supposed to take Hanma seriously, but we're supposed to be taking Will Ospreay seriously as, not just as like both the Rev Pro and the new IWGP World Champion, but he's a gaijin, which, so a gaijin winning the world title does not happen often. So when it does, it's a big deal. So for it to be Will Ospreay, it's just insulting.
You know who wouldn't have done this? Harold wouldn't have done this to us. Bring back Harold. That's who we need to run New Japan. Who cares if the door was closed with All Elite? I mean,
do you think this is something that Ospreay pitched himself, or do you think this is something that
how about I become the champion and no one beats me? Listen, I don't know. I mean, this was bound to happen at some point. I feel like their world title picture is there's a lot of things going on. I'm fine with Naito being out of the picture, kind of. He's been in 6-man tags, but we're bringing Okada back in. Shingo. Oh, by the way, they're going to have Shingo job on my birthday to this fucking sword carrying clown who sells when it's convenient. Man, oh my God, I cannot fucking stand this guy. And I used to be a fan of his, but we all were. We're like, look at this guy doing the flips. That's great. Now I don't give a fuck about you, Will Ospreay. I just don't care. That's pretty much all I have to say. I didn't yell either. That was crazy.
Would this be more putting the belt on a heel? Wouldn't that make it more for somebody to want him to lose?
Oh, absolutely. I want him to lose right out the gate. And usually with first run IWGP champions of the heel nature, they usually don't last very long. It's like it's either one and done or two and done. But I don't know what Gato has against Los Ingobernables. I mean, if you cannot tell me he does not have something like he's going to have Shingo job to this dude for the third time. Holy shit. That is
Evil break up the group, or not? He had Evil break up from the group.
Yeah, Evil leaves. Honestly, I'm surprised X wasn't someone from LIJ joining Will Ospreay's stable. I am not surprised, or I am surprised. I'm shocked. But Gato is an awful booker. He doesn't know what he's doing. I hate him. I hope he never has a good morning ever again. Honestly, this should have been Jay White.
Yeah.
Jay White is a great wrestler. I fucking cannot stand him. He's a great heel, and it should have been him. Well, and I don't think he's a shitty person.
Or why take it off of Coda anyway?
That's the other thing. We built this man up to be God.
Yes,
to merge the championship.
That's my thing. I mean, I didn't know about I didn't know about the details of the sketchy history of Will Ospreay. So yes, all that is very, very terrible. If he basically got politicked a woman out of her position because she accused him without naming him of rape. I'm
not Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay's friend.
Oh,
it wasn't even Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay could have done nothing, or he could have been like, "Yeah, my friend's shitty," but he stood up for his friend. By ruining this woman's career, and then going online and being like, it's a lot. It's a lot. He seems like a pretty simple-minded individual, honestly.
Oh.
But yes, that's it. I'm sorry if I misspoke, but that allegation was never against Will Ospreay. It was against his friend, who Will Ospreay then took it upon himself to be like, it's her, me, basically.
All right. Well,
leaving promotions with no choice, but yes.
But to pick him because he's the star. Yeah. Look.
But I agree. We built up Coda for months. Coda was talking about how he was the god of wrestling. He was the king of this shit. And then he became the king. He became the king of this shit.
Goodbye to any possibility thus far for Kenny and Coda for title.
So I don't know. I mean, but you know what? New Japan does this shit all the time, where somebody will fucking be on the top, like Okada. Okada was on the top, and AJ Styles came in and went, "Haha, no more," and took his title away. But Okada won it back not too long after that. Yeah, Nick, I'm sorry I had to break that news to you, but we got to live the truth over here, I guess.
Well, guys, look, we have a full week of wrestling to watch. I know the 30 seconds or less for Raw is just going to say WrestleMania is this week. So,
yeah,
been wrong 30 seconds.
Pump it up.
Other than that, I guess we could just all just go rewatch the Isley Brothers versus Earth, Wind, and Fire that happened last night. That was the greatest match of all time, guys. That match.
I got to check that out.
Oh my God. Don't do it. You may end up with another puppy.
No more puppies. No more. All right. Do we got anything to plug before we head on out of here? I got nothing.
I got nothing. I guess just check out our interview with Vampiro at MMM Show 75 as part of Expo Lucha. It was a very in-depth interview. Let's just say there's a lot of shooting involved.
Oh, the shoot. Neeson, you got anything? Just be on the lookout for whatever's coming this week.
GCW, guys, this week. Make sure you check it out. Check out Bloodsport. Make sure you order. You can order the whole pack on Fight for a pretty decent price on Fight TV. If you are in the Tampa area, hey, I mean, come have a drink with me. If not, I mean, but mostly come to these shows, man. There's gonna be a lot of great shows. The all-female show, I forgot the name of it. That's on there. Where is it at?
Alley Cat's real hot girl shit.
Yes. That show is lining up to be a pretty crazy show. But yeah, that's really about it, guys. Tune into THS for all the week for all the wrestling news, because we're gonna have it and we're gonna be there.
It's WrestleMania week.
It's WrestleMania week, the craziest week for a wrestling fan. I mean, just be on the lookout on Instagram.com/THS Wrestling. I don't know if I'll do AEW in 30 seconds or less this week, but we'll see. Maybe I'll just be doing a lot of random ass videos throughout the week. There's a lot of stuff going on, but also you're probably watching this on Facebook, Facebook.com/THS Wrestling News, or on YouTube, YouTube.com/that#show TV. But most importantly, guys, that#show.com for everything trending in geek pop culture. And we'll see you guys later this week.
Boo.
Fuck it.